All right, so I just got off a client interview with a client of ours. I work for Charlie Morgan for Imperium acquisition at EasyGrow. His name is Tarik, and we've managed to get him from zero, like literally zero, to 10K per month in the span of 11 months. It's been hard work. He's been putting in the work, but it makes me so excited because honestly, he's a great guy, and now he's just traveling the world. Right now, he's in Costa Rica. But yeah, man, I can't wait to show you the interview. It's very exciting, and yeah, stick to the end. All right, so I am here with Tarik, who has been working with. For how long have you been working with us now, Tarik?
So since January this year, so I
So
think
you've
that's
been working
about
with for 11 months.
yeah, about 11 months now.
Okay, just under a year. And Tarik, he's managed to go from, if I'm not mistaken, 0 to 10K per month in 11 months.
Exactly, yeah. I've
Yeah.
basically started my business like with you guys. You've taught me everything.
Anyways, so Tarik, he's a very awesome guy. I had a call with Tarik about 11 months ago. I don't remember the exact date, but it was 11 months ago. I do remember you were in the Netherlands. Remember the scenery in your room or where it was, and now you're traveling the world, which is actually pretty exciting. With that being said, Tarik, and the way these calls go, extremely simple. It's just sort of where you started out with, how we helped you, where you are now, what difference it's made. But first things first, I'd actually like to know, could you just pretty much introduce yourself, like what you do, how old you are, yeah, the niche you're in, just different simple stuff like that.
For sure. So yeah, I'm Tarik from the Netherlands, and I'm 23 years old. And yeah, I basically joined EasyGrow 11 months ago I think it was like January 5th, like the beginning of the year. And before that, I was actually studying mathematics in university. And I kind of picked up like the agency next to my studies, but like pretty soon it was pretty clear to me that yeah, I just wanted to pursue my own thing and build my own business and yeah, take it from there basically.
But my man, and you've been doing good
Yeah.
because, like, I remember always looking at these interviews myself and being like, oh, I wish I was that guy right there. And you've actually become that guy, which is pretty exciting to think about that, on the other side of the interview. But can you start out like before you worked with us, like what was your whole situation like? Like what was the agency looking like? Yeah, what was your entire situation before you worked with us?
Mm. So there basically was no agency before you guys. I just set up a domain and an email address, and you guys were also the first course I basically bought into. And like I'm aware that a lot of guys they've been in other courses, and yeah, I think I'm like pretty lucky to have found you guys like first, because you've taught us everything, and I mean you've taught me everything, and yeah, my
Okay. So you hadn't started the agency properly. You'd never taken a program before, which is, you can call that lucky, you can call that unlucky. I mean, I think you're pretty lucky you came in with us. Why had you never invested in a program before us?
I don't know. I think it's just unawareness, like not knowing that there are programs like this, and yeah, that I actually didn't know about the online space, like the online business space, like before. And it was about a month before that I started looking on YouTube and seeing people like making success online. And yeah, pretty soon I came to Charlie's YouTube channel, and yeah, from there it was like the decision was quite easily made.
Okay, fair play. I will say I commend you for that because I'm having a lot of calls with people who, it's not necessarily because they have to come on board and work with us, but there's a lot of people that don't take that action on the calls because this is what Sam Ovens calls like retreating to fine. So instead of actually going ahead and taking that leap of faith, they retreat to find. The fact that you'd never invested in something and we are the first program that you invest in, that's kind of commendable because most people, they do not start out with us. They start out with other programs that are maybe less in detail, maybe small investments. So that's pretty awesome. But can you tell me what then happens? Like you start with the program, you've never had an agency before, you start working with us. Now you have to go to what Sam Alvin calls like civilian to a business owner. Charlie Morgan says the same thing. Like what was that process? How long did it took you before like you got like your foot off the or your feet off the ground with the agency?
Really good question. So I think, yeah, I started off pretty good, like buying into the course and like being committed because, yeah, of course you pay for something, then you're gonna commit to something as well. But after like my first few sales, I noticed, yeah, the old self like wanted to come
Mm.
back and just, yeah, just take over again. And that was around the summer, I guess. That happened over the summer. And I guess like looking back, I think it's like exactly where I needed to be at that time. But I also knew like around that time that, yeah, if you go on like this, you won't be able to like take your agency off the ground. And yeah, that's when I pretty much like decided with Gus, who also is an EasyGrow. I found, yeah, we found each other through the community, which is also very valuable. And yeah, I decided with him to like just book a flight and just get out of there because I was, I kept getting distracted at home because
What did you
there's a lot
get
of,
distracted by?
I think mainly friends and family, like a lot of invites, like, hey, do you want to come hang out in the summer?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess I had to learn to really say no. And I think that's something I'm learning right now. And I think I just had to get out of there for a minute.
And when did you book this flight?
I think it was in August. So the flight was for November or the,
Mm.
yeah, November 1st or something. Yeah. And we've been in Costa Rica right now for about a month. And yeah, November was also like my first 10K month. So I think it's pretty obvious that um yeah, that decision like was the right one for me. Like I think like intuitively I felt like, yeah, this is what I need to do right now. So I
Okay.
did it.
And if you hop back into the program, because one thing is saying that the program was the thing that got you where you got to. The program was not where you got to. Like you got yourself to where you got to. Like seriously. Like you put in all that hard work over the last 11 months. Of course the program helped you get there quicker. But it's you being malleable and you actually becoming the person who can and who then went on to achieve that. What specifically did you find valuable inside of the program in becoming that who can? I'm always obviously fishing for self-transcendence.
Oh,
But did you find that
obviously.
valuable?
Obviously, yeah, that's like the first thing I wanted to say. I mean, self-transcendence is like, for me, it's like a model to think. Like, how can I explain this? Like, it's the way in which you can view the world. And yeah, that alone like helped me tremendously, like view my old situation as the old self, and then crafting and designing this new version of me who can obviously achieve those goals and just growing into that like each and every day and making the conscious decision to actually do that.
Who are you now from who you were a year ago? Because that right there is exactly what trips up most people. Like not growing into that person. Because when you're starting out with an agency, like you're thinking of all these different things you don't know, and like you're subconsciously scared of a lot of things, which causes you to just procrastinate. So who are you now compared to the guy that you were a year ago?
mm, yeah, I think like things like waking up on the same time every day, I think that wasn't really what the old self was doing. I mean, I had periods when I was doing that, but not consistently, and I wasn't really conscious of, yeah, having to do those things, having to go through those kind of periods and things in order to grow and to achieve those goals and to, yeah, to really be disciplined to what I'm doing. And what else? I think I made some growth in sales as well, where obviously I was very anxious before
Yeah.
my first call, but yeah, right now that's becoming kind of less and less because I don't know, I just have this new confidence in myself that I can just yeah, talk with people and just explain myself and I really have confidence in my product. And that indirectly, I think, also reflects the confidence I have in myself to achieve those results for the clients.
Yeah. I can also feel that. I can feel a difference from when we had our call, because I do remember our call. I've had a lot of calls now. I don't remember everyone, but I do remember our call. So I could also feel that. Okay. What specifically, besides self-transcendence, like what sort of journey did you go through when it comes to coming inside of the program? So you come into the program, what exactly do you do? What specifically do you start attack? What does your journey look like?
I think it took me about a month to book my first appointment, but
Mm-hmm.
then it wasn't like very consistent still, but I still kept on going. Like I knew that you get coached to really focus on appointment booking first before you actually start learning the sales modules. And yeah, after that, I basically went to the sales modules very quickly when I when I got my first appointment. And after that, like after closing my first deal, I think it was in April, I went through the service delivery modules, and yeah, from there, I just learned the service, and yeah, the client I was working with, he was really happy, and I think you guys gave the full package as well, like also teaching us how to deliver the service as well. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
fair play.
everything is yeah, I think everything is coming together now, and yeah, I can really scale as well because I'm building extra systems as well to really take it off the ground.
Okay. What about your current situation now? So what does the situation look like now? Obviously, you're in Costa Rica. You're traveling the
Hmm.
world. You have to be gone here in about, what, an hour's time or so. What does your life like
Yeah,
right now look like? And yeah, what's the current situation in the agency?
yeah, good question. So I'm actually leaving for the capital of Costa Rica in an hour, and then we'll stay there for a couple of weeks and then go to Colombia. So that's like the travel lifestyle bit. I'm picking that up. And I guess I'm also, yeah, like open to do some networking as well and with other like entrepreneurs, agency owners, whatever. And yeah, that's kind of the situation right now.
Okay.
And
And how does, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So with the agency, I'm building like extra systems right now to appointment booking systems. So yeah, I can really book more appointments because yeah, the money I made in November, I'm trying to reinvest back into the business. So yeah, this can really take off and yeah, so I can also hire some people to automate some stuff and yeah, pretty much like taking myself a bit away from the agency as well. But for now, I'm also focused on the agency to really grow it and to really automate it as well, like a bit, like systemize and just take myself away a bit from it. Mm, but a year from now, yeah, that would be a good question. I'm really dreaming of like going to Dubai as well and like I think setting up my business there because I think there's a lot of cool people there that like a lot of networking opportunities and um yeah, I think I'm starting to learn more and more that networking is also like pretty good, like a pretty, how could you say it? Like a valuable thing to do, like business wise, but also like personal wise, like growing personally.
Okay. You planning on continuing just traveling with Goose?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. For now, I will. Maybe I'll head back home like in like 4 or 5 months.
You're not going to go home for
And
Christmas?
oh no, 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 I'll be
What?
staying here.
I
Yeah,
can tell I'm
yeah,
definitely going home for Christmas for my family.
yeah.
But okay, so that's pretty cool. So now you just moved. Um, I have no doubt that you're going to continue on making 10K, because once you're already there, it's just about maintaining the systems and just improving the systems. The hardest is definitely from 0 to 10K. Now comes sort of the point where you have to sell this thing for us.
For
So
sure.
what would you tell yourself if you were on a call like 11 months ago? You could speak down to the previous version of yourself. You're sitting on that call and you want to do it, but you're just having some doubt. Is this the right thing for you? Can I succeed? Like, I see all these people succeeding, but can I personally, me, myself, can I succeed with this? What would you tell yourself?
Hmm. Like, honestly, it didn't took much convincing from you, I guess, to really buy into this program. But if I were to speak to like the old self, yeah, I would definitely like say to him like, this is the thing you need to do, because it's a matter of growing into a new person, and this is where they teach you that stuff, and this is where you will learn. And yeah, like, also business wise, it teaches you everything, and it lays the foundation for a very healthy and like systemized business. So that's the thing I would say. And yeah,
Fair play. Who's have I missed anything?
not sure.
Is there
I don't
anything
know.
I haven't asked you'd like to share? It's not because there has to be anything, by the way. It's
No, no,
just
no,
whether
no,
there's
no.
any on last thing.
No, I'm just thinking, yeah, I guess the mindset stuff, but that's what we've been talking about.
Yeah, that's the fun thing, because this is the thing that so many people they like. This used to annoy me so much when I was like more of a beginner. It's like people say it's the mindset, and I just couldn't accept that, at least in the beginning, myself personally. But the fun thing is, like, people say no, it's not the mindset, and then you'll ask them, what time did you go to bed today, and then they can't even give you the specific time they went to bed or woke up that day. Like, how do you expect you're going to do outreach consistently in your agency? So
Mm.
yeah, mate. That's everything. Where can people find you if they want to reach out to you?
Yeah, I guess I've set up a YouTube channel, so that would be my full name, like Tarik Tekeli.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's where I'm basically gonna upload a lot more content and give more value on like mindset stuff, but also like really, really trying to design that life and design those dreams that you want to that you always dreamed about, and just taking hard action on it. So yeah, that's the YouTube channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fair play. In that case, Tarik, we'll call it here.